Welcome back, everyone, to the broadcast. Today, we're going to be looking at the career of Selena Gomez.
Yeah, going really in depth into her Wikipedia article.
Yeah. So we're going from, like Barney to a billionaire businesswoman.
Yeah, quite the story.
It is. It is. Now, yeah, of course, there are things everyone already knows, but we're going to be kind of picking apart some of the lesser-known aspects.
Yeah, I think there are going to be a lot of surprises here.
Oh, yeah. All right. Well, let's start right at the beginning. So, at just 7 years old, Selena Gomez gets her start on Barney and Friends, but um, most of us, though, probably remember her from the Disney Channel.
Yeah, Wizards of Waverly Place.
Yeah, Wizards of Waverly Place. Now, I feel like Alex Russo was such a relatable character
Yeah,
for
definitely.
so many people, and that show, it did really well.
It did. It was actually one of the highest paying children's TV shows.
Wow, really?
Yeah, at the time, made Selena one of the highest paid child TV stars. Really speaks to her star power even back then.
That's really interesting. Okay, so from there, she forms her band, Selena Gomez and the Scene.
Right, and they had some great hits.
Love You Like a Love Song. I mean, that song was everywhere.
And statistically, that's actually the biggest song to peak at number 22 on Billboard.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, it just goes to show that you don't have to be number one to, to have a cultural impact.
Right, exactly.
So that she moves away from kind of that Disney image, right?
Yes,
Mhm.
very intentionally. Gets new management, signs with Interscope Records.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
And then after that come the solo albums, Revival, Rare.
Right. Both critical and commercial successes.
Yeah, showing just a ton of growth.
Definitely. And I think that's something that will resonate with a lot of listeners, that kind of transition from one phase of life to another.
Hmm. But then her ambitions, they extend beyond music and acting, right?
Whoa. Yeah. So she starts producing 13 Reasons Why, exploring darker, more complex themes. She puts out a Spanish-language EP, Revelation,
Right.
really showcasing her connection to her heritage and her versatility.
Yeah. And of course, the philanthropy. We got to talk about the philanthropy.
Yeah, so we have the work with UNICEF, mental health advocacy, and of course the Rare Impact Fund, trying to raise $100 million for mental health services.
And what's really powerful to me about all that is that it's not just talk.
Oh, yeah.
She's really open about her own struggles with lupus and with mental health. And so I think that makes it feel so much more authentic to people.
Absolutely. That vulnerability is so important, especially for her younger listeners.
Hmm. Now, speaking of kind of doing new things,
Mhm.
did you know that her music video for Bad Liar was actually the first ever to premiere on Spotify?
Oh, wow, I did not know that.
Yeah, back in 2017.
Yeah.
Pretty innovative.
Makes you wonder how she picks her projects.
It does, yeah, it does. And now, okay, this might come as a surprise to some people, but Selena Gomez is a billionaire.
It's pretty amazing. It's really largely due to her beauty line, Rare Beauty.
Wow, really?
Yeah. First former Disney star to reach billionaire status. And it's a celebrity beauty brand. There are tons of those out there, but this one really stood out.
It did, yeah. So why do you think that is? Was it the marketing, the quality?
Mm-hmm.
Was it her, connection to mental health?
I think it's probably a combination of all of that, but also she has other ventures too.
Right.
Brand partnerships, investments, all this adding to her net worth.
That's incredible.
As Stacey Jones, CEO of Hollywood Branded, said, Selena's not just a pop star. She's a multifaceted businesswoman with diverse income streams contributing to her impressive net worth, $1.3 billion.
And it just makes you wonder, like, what is the secret to her success? What are the things that are allowing her to do this?
Yeah, it really seems like she's always a few steps ahead.
It really does. I mean, just think how far she's come. It really is incredible. From Barney to a billionaire businesswoman.
And I think she also really shows the power of staying true to yourself.
She does, yeah. But,
Oh.
her ambitions, they go beyond all that.
Oh, yeah, definitely. So next, we're going to be talking about, in this broadcast, we're going to be talking about her personal journey.
Yeah, diving deeper into that, and especially how it's affected her mental health.
Mhm.
Yeah, how she's used that to help others. But before we do that, I think it's worth just taking a moment and reflecting.
Yeah, good idea.
What stands out to you most about Selena Gomez? What surprised you? What impressed you? And what questions do you have? Take a moment, think about those things, and we'll be right back to continue this broadcast.
I think what's really impressive is how she's been able to stay connected to her audience,
Yeah,
with all the pressure that comes with fame.
it's true. It's true. And she's been so open about how fame has affected her mental health,
Right.
especially in her documentary, Selena Gomez, My Mind and Me.
Oh, yeah, that was such a powerful film.
It was. It really showed her struggles with, Anxiety, depression, that pressure to be perfect.
It really humanized her in a way that, you just don't get from interviews or social media.
Right. You see her vulnerability, but also her strength.
Yeah, and that determination to just, break down the stigma around mental health.
It's so powerful. And I think it resonated so much with people, especially young people who often feel like they have to put on that perfect face.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, there's that scene in the documentary where she talks about living a double life,
Oh, yeah.
putting on this happy face for the cameras, but then dealing with all these internal struggles.
That's got to be so difficult. It makes you realize that even though they're celebrities, there's still just people.
Yeah, they're going through the same things we are.
And her willingness to share all that,
Yeah.
to let people see that vulnerable side, I think it's had a huge impact.
It's definitely started a lot of conversations.
For sure, about mental health and seeking help.
And reminding people it's okay to not be okay.
Exactly, exactly. And then she goes and launches the Rare Impact Fund.
Yeah, commits to raising $100 million.
It's incredible.
Yeah,
That's real action.
it is. It goes way beyond just talking.
Yeah, it does. It shows her dedication to making a real difference.
And it's really changing people's lives.
Mm-hmm. And when you think about it, it's like she's not just raising money.
Right.
She's changing the way we talk about mental health.
Absolutely, making it more open.
Yeah, making it okay to talk about it.
And, she's also changing what we expect from celebrities.
Right, right. Because for so long, it was all about that perfect image.
Yeah, but she's showing that, being real, being vulnerable.
Yeah.
Those are strengths.
It's so powerful, and it's such a great message for young people.
Yeah, especially with social media and all those images of perfection.
It's a good reminder that it's okay to be yourself, flaws and all.
Mm-hmm. And it's okay to ask for help.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And she's really creating a more compassionate world by doing all this.
She is. Her impact goes way beyond just music and entertainment.
It does. It really does.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's shift gears a little bit and talk about the business side of things.
Yeah.
We touched on Rare Beauty a little bit, but I'm curious to learn more about, the strategy behind it.
Yeah. I mean, it's not just a celebrity putting their name on a product.
Right.
There's a clear vision there.
Yeah.
And this message of inclusivity that people really respond to.
Yeah, and the timing was perfect, too.
Oh, definitely. The beauty industry was already shifting toward, inclusivity and diversity.
Right, and she really capitalized on that,
Yeah.
offering a wide range of shades, products that are designed to enhance, not conceal.
Hmm.
And, I think it also reflects her own values.
Absolutely.
I mean, she's been so open about her insecurities, her struggles with body image.
Right. So it makes sense that she'd create a brand that celebrates individuality.
Yeah. It's authentic, it's relatable.
Yeah. No wonder it's doing so well.
And it's not just Rare Beauty either.
Yeah.
I mean, she's making investments, partnering with all these brands.
Some are business moves.
She's a force.
Yeah.
Talented, driven, making a difference.
Yeah. And really just getting started.
It's incredible to think about how far she's come.
It is, from child star to, businesswoman, philanthropist.
It's amazing. And through it all, she's stayed true to her values
Yeah.
and using her voice to advocate for good causes.
It's really inspiring to see.
It is. Okay, no, I know we've talked about a lot, but there's one more thing I want to touch on.
Okay, what's that?
Her influence on Latinx representation in the entertainment industry.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, good point. That's an important part of her story.
It is, especially her decision to release a Spanish-language EP, Revelation.
That was a really bold move.
It was, and it was a success.
It showed the world that there is a market for Latinx music and stories.
Yeah, and it paved the way for other artists.
Totally. She's a trailblazer.
Her influence is undeniable, breaking down barriers, challenging the status quo.
And she does it all with such grace and humility.
It really is inspiring.
Right.
Now, before we wrap up, I want to leave you with something to think about.
Okay.
We've explored her career, her music, her acting, the business, the philanthropy.
Yeah.
But what do you think ties it all together? What's the driving force behind everything she does? Think about that as we conclude our look at Selena Gomez. It's a good question. I mean, she's clearly multi-talented, but what is it that connects all these different things?
I think at her heart, Selena Gomez is a storyteller.
A storyteller.
Yeah, whether it's through her music, her acting, or producing, she's always drawn to stories that connect with people.
That's true. I mean, her music often explores themes of love and loss, self-discovery.
Exactly. And even early on, her acting roles always had a certain depth to them.
Yeah, yeah. And then with 13 Reasons Why, she was tackling these really difficult topics, starting these important conversations. Even with something like Rare Beauty, there's that narrative of self-acceptance.
Right. It's not just about entertainment or making money.
Yeah,
It's about sharing stories that really resonate, that make people feel seen.
that makes a lot of sense. And then that kind of leads into the advocacy work.
Right, because she's amplifying the voices of people who are often overlooked.
Wow, it really does
Mm.
all connect. It all comes back to that idea of storytelling.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what makes her so interesting. She's not afraid to be vulnerable, to share her own story,
Right.
and to use her platform to help others share theirs.
It's really inspiring.
It is. And it shows that you can be successful without compromising your values.
Absolutely. I think there's a lesson there for everyone.
Yeah, yeah, there is. Well, as we wrap up this broadcast, I want to encourage everyone listening to think about Selena Gomez's journey and what it means to you.
What resonates with you? What lessons can you take away from her story? And how can you use your own voice to make a difference?
It's been quite a journey exploring her career, from child star to this incredible businesswoman, philanthropist, advocate.
She's really broken down barriers and used her platform for good.
And I think it's safe to say her journey isn't over yet.
Not even close.
I'm excited to see what she does next.
Selena Gomez is a force to be reckoned with, a true inspiration.
Couldn't agree more. It's been great talking about all this with you.
Yeah, thanks for joining us, everyone, for this broadcast. We hope you learned something new about Selena Gomez and the impact she's having.
And be sure to check out our other broadcasts where we delve into all sorts of fascinating topics. Until next time, keep exploring and keep learning.